will go round.
Today we're going to find out why the festival of Vaisakhi is so special to Sikhs.
Our friend Sharon Freet is going to help us. Watch!
Hey! Over here! I'm taking some pictures of our Vaisakhi celebrations, so if you don't mind, can we talk as we walk? Vaisakhi is a very special day for us. It's a time for religious music and hymns. Special events. And special prayers. Can you see that over there? It's called the Nishan Sahib. Let's look at the design. The two swords on the outside are to remind us that Sikhs must always be prepared to defend what they believe is right and true. The circle reminds us of God. Just like a circle, God has no beginning or end. God goes on forever. In the middle here, the large two-handed sword is to remind us of the great power of God. Sikhs believe that there is one God who sees and knows everything. Sikhs often call God by the name of Waheguru. It means wonderful Lord. This is the Gurdwara. Our flag always flies over the Gurdwara. It is a building where we keep our holy book and where Sikhs meet to worship. It's time for a test. Now you weren't expecting that, were you? Okay, question number 1. What was the name of that flag?
The Nishan Sahib.
Very good. Okay, second question. What's the name of the building where Sikhs come to worship?
The Gurdwara.
Fantastic. Okay, final question. What is the name Sikhs often use for God?
Waheguru.
Hey, you did really well. Tests can be often quite a challenge, especially when you're not expecting them. Long time ago, Sikhs also faced this test, which they did not expect.
For many years, the Mughal rulers of India had persecuted the people who lived in the Punjab. The spiritual leader of the Sikhs went to speak with the Mughal rulers and asked them to stop the persecution. But they imprisoned him and put him to death. The death of this guru, the word guru is a Punjabi word that means teacher, meant that a new guru had to be selected to lead the Sikhs. This new guru understood that Sikhs must stand together against their persecutors and prepare themselves for even more great sacrifice. The guru decided to test his followers to help them understand the importance of sacrifice. So, during the celebration of a harvest festival known to everyone as Vaisakhi, he asked if there was any Sikh who would be willing to die for what he believed in. At first, no one answered. Then, one man found the courage to step forward. The guru took him into the tent. After a while, the guru returned with blood on his sword. "Is there another who would be willing to sacrifice himself for what he believes?" he called. The people were horrified, but one by one, 4 brave men stepped forward and went into the tent, and each time the guru returned with blood on his sword. Then, to the crowd's great relief, all 5 men reappeared. They were now dressed in a special uniform, and the guru introduced them as the Panjay Pyari, the 5 beloved ones. With their help, the guru prepared a sugar water called Amrit, which he then sprinkled on their eyes and heads. He told the crowd that these brave men who had passed his test would now be known as the first members of the Khalsa, which means the pure ones. The 5 men then shared a bowl of sweet Amrit, and by drinking from the same bowl, they showed everyone that Sikhs are one family, happy to share. Then the guru knelt, and the 5 Panji Pyari welcomed their guru to the Khalsa as their equal. On that Vaisakhi day, Sikh men and women prepared to sacrifice themselves to defend the defenseless, proud to join the Khalsa.
This woman is being sprinkled with Amrit because she's joining the Khalsa. Vaisakhi is a very popular time for people to do this. She will also take a new name. All females take the name Kaur, meaning princess, and all males take the name Singh, meaning lion. These shared names help us remember that all Sikhs are part of one family. It's inside the Gurdwara that we meet together as a family. Okay, before we enter the Gurdwara, we take off our shoes and socks and need to have our heads covered as a sign of respect. Vegetarian food is always available in the Gurdwara. The food is called langar and is made by volunteers. In Gurdwaras throughout the world, like this one in India, langar is served for free to all worshippers and to all visitors. Langar is important because by sitting and sharing the same simple food, we show that we are all equal. These 5 men carry swords to remind us of the Panch Pyare, the 5 beloved ones. Remember, they were the 5 brave men that passed the Guru's test. They have come to lead us in prayer before the flagpoles outside the Gurdwara are taken down. It's our tradition to wash the flagpoles with milk. We use milk because of its natural purity. All the old covers and flags are replaced. Everyone gets involved. This ceremony only happens at Vaisakhi and marks the start of our new year. Another ceremony that always happens at Vaisakhi involves the reading of our holy book. It is always carried high up on someone's head. We treat our holy book, which we call the Guru Granth Sahib Ji, as if it were a living guru. We have had 10 human gurus. Guru Nanak was the first and the founder of Sikhism, and Guru Gobind Singh was the last. Before his life ended and he passed on to his holy abode, he told us that there will be no more human gurus. From now on, the holy book will be your living guru. That is why we call our holy book Guru Granth Sahib Ji. We always bow to show respect and never turn our back on it. That will be considered rude. To help us celebrate Vaisakhi, all 1,430 pages are read out loud. The reading never stops, not even when the readers swap over. It takes 2 days and 2 nights to read it all. When it is not being read, it is carried to a special room and put to bed, full of hymns which are used in our worship and stories given to us by our gurus. It teaches us how to lead our lives. And where are you off to now?
We are going to meet someone whose grandparents are members of the Khalsa.
Good. I hope you enjoyed your visit. Please drop by any time.
Welcome. My name is Helene Kaur Mandla. This is my brother, and this is my grandfather, and this is my grandmother. Both are members of the Khalsa and practice the Sikh religion according to the teachings of Guru Nanak. This is my Gurdwara. I am going to tell you about the 5 Ks. The 5 Ks are important Sikh symbols that must be carried or worn at all times by members of the Khalsa. First, the kesh. The kesh is a Punjabi word for hair. Sikhs who join the Khalsa promise never to cut their hair or shave their beards.
Hair is God's gift to us, and we must respect it by not cutting it. It reminds us of purity, strength, and willingness to accept God's will.
The second K is for Ganga. The Ganga is the Punjabi word for comb. At all times, my grandparents wear it in their hair.
The comb is to keep our hair and beard tidy. It also reminds us to keep our thoughts pure and our lives tidy.
The third K is the Gurra. The Gurra is a bracelet made from iron, which we never take off. It is made out of iron to remind me that I should be strong and always do what is right. It is there to remind me, just like a circle, God has no beginning or end. God goes on forever. The fourth K is the Qurban. The Qurban is made up of two Punjabi words, Kirpa, which means blessing, and An, which means honour and dignity. It reminds us to always value honour and dignity in ourselves and in others. Values that are worth defending. Finally, the fifth K. The fifth K is the Kshera. Kshera are special undershorts. We consider them to be sacred. These have been made in the Gurdwara. By wearing them, they remind us to be modest. Modest in what we think and what we do.
Do you want to show them your grandfather's films?
Yes, that's a great idea. Come on. That's Gara Prasad. It's made out of butter, sugar and flour. It's given out at the end of our services. Here's some pictures of Vaisakhi parades. The Guru Granth Sahib Ji, our holy book, is carried on a specially decorated truck. The procession moves on from one Gurdwara to another.
Here is Darbar Sahib, popularly known as the Golden Temple. It has doors on all four sides, signifying that we welcome people from all directions of the world. It is one of the most sacred Gurdwaras of the Sikhs. There is a new Gurdwara that has been recently opened in London and Harleen. I have arranged for you to go and visit this Gurdwara.
Yes, thank you. I'll be able to wear my new dress now.
And why don't you all go and join her?
Though our religion is very young, less than 500 years old, it continues to grow in popularity. £17 million was raised by Sikhs to build this Gurdwara in London. 40,000 Sikhs turned out for the opening. It was a very proud day for the whole Sikh family. It was during her visit to the Gurdwara that I introduced myself to Harleen and her grandfather. Been here long?
No, we've just arrived. Why don't you come and join us? We're going to the Langar Hall to get something to eat.
Okay. As Harleen and I sat in the Langar Hall, we talked about the Vaisakhi celebrations that we were going to later that day.